The United States Treasury Department proudly presents your guest star show of the month. This is Del Sharbutt, inviting you to join Merv, Griffin, Buzz Adlem and his orchestra, a special surprise guest, and our star today, Susan Barrett. Your guest star show of the month is brought to you by the Savings Bonds Division of the United States Treasury Department and offers 25 minutes of fine entertainment, together with a few words about savings bonds. And those words today are very good indeed, because the interest rate on U.S. savings bonds has been increased to a full 5% when held to maturity of 5 years, 10 months, with a first-year rate of 4%. More about that later. Right now, here's your host, Merv Griffin.
Thank you, Del Sharbutt. Our star is a very lovely and talented young lady paying her second visit to our show. It's a great pleasure to present her now, Miss Susan Barrett.
Promises, I'm all through with promises now. I don't know how I got the nerve to walk out. If I shout, remember, I feel free. Now I can look at myself and be proud. I'm laughing out loud. Oh, promises, this is where those promises end. I won't pretend that what was wrong can be right. Every night I sleep now, no more lies. Things that I promised myself fell apart, but I found my heart. Oh, promises, those kind of promises can just destroy your life. Those kind of promises take all the joy from life. Oh, promises, my kind of promises can lead to joy and hope and love. Yes, Lord. I won't pretend that what was wrong can be right. Asleep now, no more lies. Things that I promised myself fell apart, but I found my heart. Oh, promises, those kind of promises can just destroy your life. Oh, promises, those kind of promises take all the joy from life. Oh, promises, my kind of promises can lead to joy and hope and love. Yes, Lord.
Susan Barrett, ladies and gentlemen, getting our program off to a bright start with Promises. Good to have you with us again, Susan.
Oh, thank you, Merv. I've been looking forward to this session.
Well, we have, too, and I understand you've been pretty busy since the last time you were here.
Yes, there's been a lot going on. Some recordings, television appearances,
And didn't I hear that you were doing some work in a motion picture just recently?
Yes, and it was so exciting, Merv. It's a film called April Fools, and the star is Jack Lemmon. You know, I've always really admired him and his work so much, so it was such a thrill to have an opportunity to work with him.
Oh, that's great, Susan. Sounds like your career is in high gear. Wonderful. Time now to introduce our surprise guest, a fine young pianist who's very active on the Hollywood music scene, and I know you're going to enjoy hearing him. Mr. Pete Jolly. Welcome to Guest Star, Pete.
Well, thank you, Merv. It's a pleasure to be here. We'd like to play a number that we recorded not long ago in our album called Herb Alpert Presents Pete Jolly. The title of the tune is Like a Lover.
Pete Jolly and his trio with Like a Lover. And that was Like Beautiful, Pete. I thank you. Buzz Adlem now and his orchestra with Charade. Thank you, Buzz. Now let's listen to Del Sharbutt.
United States savings bonds are better than ever, now paying a full 5% interest when held to maturity of 5 years, 10 months, with a first-year rate of 4%. Your old bonds are improved, too. They'll earn at the 5% rate for their remaining period to maturity. And, of course, your bonds are safe, guaranteed by your government. Join the payroll savings plan where you work, or the bond-a-month plan at your bank for better than ever United States savings bonds. This is the United States Treasury Department's Guest Star Show of the Month, starring Susan Barrett, with special guest Pete Jolly and Buzz Adlem and his orchestra, and I'm Del Sharbutt. Turning the proceedings now over to your host, Merv Griffin.
Thank you, Del. Our star today, Susan Barrett, is a charming young lady, definitely part of the now generation. So it's very interesting to me that she's going to sing a number that's one of the old standards. How'd you come to choose this song, Susie?
Well, you know, Merv, some songs are big hits for a short time and then just kind of disappear. And once in a while a tune is revived and makes it big the second time around. But this song just goes on, and it never goes out of style. Besides, I like it.
And that's a good reason for singing it. Let's hear it, Susie.
Why do I do just as you say? Why must I just give you your way? Why do I sigh? Why don't I try to forget? It must have been that something lovers call fate kept on saying I had to wait. I saw them all, just couldn't fall till we met. It had to be you. Had to be you, oh yeah. I wandered around and finally found my somebody who could could make me be blue and even be glad just to be sad thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be mean, oh no, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do for nobody else. Gave me that thrill with all your force. I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be to be you.
Ah, Susan, that was beautiful, and I thank you. I have a song here, one of the more recent ballads by Rod McCune, and a big favorite of mine. I'd like to sing it for you right now. It's called Love's Been Good to Me.
I have been a rover. I have walked alone, hiked 100 highways, never found a home. Still in all I'm happy. Reason is, you see, once in a while along the way, love's been good to me. There was a girl in Denver before the summer storm. Oh, her eyes were tender, oh, her lips were warm, and she could smile away the thunder, kiss away the rain. Even though she's gone away, won't hear me complain. I have been a rover, I have walked alone, hiked 100 highways, never found a home. Still in all I'm happy. Reason is, you see, once in a while along the way, love's been good to me. There was a girl in Portland before the winter chill. We used to go a-courtin' along October Hill, and she could laugh away the dark clouds, cry away the storm. It seems like only yesterday, as down the road I go. I have been a rover, I have walked alone, hiked 100 highways, never found a home. Still in all I'm happy. The reason is, you see, once in a while along the way, love's been good to
That's a pretty song, isn't it? And I hope you liked it. Next on the program is our special guest, piano stylist Pete Jolly. What are you going to play for us, Pete?
Merv, I'd like to do a number from our most recent A&M release, and it's called Whistle While You Work.
Pete Jolly and his trio with Whistle While You Work. And that's nice work, Pete. Right now, here's Del Sharbutt with an important message.
Thanks, Merv. Why not be ready and start that college fund now with United States savings bonds? They now pay a full 5% interest when held to maturity of 5 years, 10 months, with a first-year rate of 4%. And savings bonds have special tax advantages when purchased in your child's name. Safe? Of course. Both principal and interest guaranteed by the government. So join the payroll savings plan where you work, or the bond-a-month plan at your bank, and build your college fund with United States savings bonds.
Right, Del, and that brings us almost to the end of our show. And Susan, before you give us the closing number, I'd like to remind you that you have a standing invitation to visit us again. Make it soon, won't you?
Thank you, Merv. I'll be looking forward to it. Now I'd like to sing one of the beautiful songs from West Side Story, Somewhere.
There's a place for us. Somewhere there's a place for us. Peace and quiet and open air wait for us somewhere. There's a time for us. Someday there's a time for us. Time together with time to spare. Time to learn. Time to care. Someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving. Somewhere. There's a place for us, a time and a place for us. Hold my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. and we're halfway there. Hold my hand, and I'll take you there. Summer, someday, somewhere.
This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. I pledge my allegiance, America the bold, for this is my country, to have and to hold.
You've been listening to your guest star show of the month, a transcribed feature for Savings Bonds, which today presented Susan Barrett, Pete Jolly, Buzz Adlem and his orchestra, and yours truly, Del Sharbutt, speaking on behalf of the Savings Bonds Division of the United States Treasury Department.
Until next time, this is Merv Griffin saying so long and reminding you to invest regularly in savings bonds. They're better than ever.
America, America the bold, for this